Greetings, crafters! Welcome back to Survival Single Player How to Minecraft. In this series, we basically show you exactly how to build up a mega world from scratch. We are, as the title says, in survival, and the difficulty is set to hard. We have cheats enabled, but they are only used in exceptional circumstances, such as game glitches, etc, etc. So we are in a testing world right now. Simple reason being that it saves a little bit of time. We want a rapid item elevator, and we're in a testing world for the simple reason being that, being blunt, it's easier to develop in here and test it. So that's basically what I'm doing. So we are in creative at the moment. That way we can get access to any block that we need. One thing that I haven't stuck in my inventory is half slabs. That's that one fixed. So we've got all the redstone stuff that we actually need. Well, we don't need droppers anymore. So, if we use redstone torches, they burn out very, very quickly when you're pulsing them rapidly. So we can't use torches. Putting repeaters into every single one of these is not only expensive, but is going to make the thing massive. So the question is there another way of doing it? And we're going to look at that right now. So we've got some pink wool in there, and why not? So all we've got is a water flow from the top dispenser, and it comes down into these hoppers so that the items flow in a continuous loop. So take that out, put it there. We're going to take here, and we're going to make ourselves a very quick, rapid hopper clock. Not hopper clock, timer clock. There we go. That's probably the fastest you can make, although I could be wrong. If we do that, you can see they shoot up very rapidly. And they go up to there, and then they stop right about there. That's not really good enough, is it? We need them to go higher than that. So, what about if we alternate these? Oops. Uh-oh, that's going to be interesting. Missed. Oh, this is going to be fun, isn't it? I might be able to put it above my head. Nope. What's that? Great. It would just so happen to start going dark. Oops. So we're using half slabs because half slabs have an interesting property that they have a general tendency not to cause issues with redstone signals. Full block, full block, full, full. half slab, half slab, half slab, and half slab. It's going to be fun in the real world. Now I'm just guessing at the height that this thing needs to be, but my guess is thought so. And where have these things stopped? There. Brilliant. I think we might have cracked it. Oops. There you go, I hate that. Oops, hold down shift. So there are several things that we need to do for this item elevator. If we can now send the items up the elevator faster than a hopper clock, then we have a problem. Because it's hoppers that feed the bottom dropper, whatever the heck these are. Droppers. I was right the first time. Which means you will only get items coming up here as fast as the slowest component of the machine, which is what I'm going to demonstrate now. Which is why we're still building this. So even though we might have just cracked getting our items up here, we're still going to run into a few problems. Oops. You know, thinking about it, I don't know why I've got a pickaxe on me. Just have it. Right, so activate that, and then we go find them. Well, straight away, you should be able to see a problem. The redstone signal stops there. Means somewhere around here, there we go, is going to be the 64. Oh wait, no, we need that on. I need to mark it, don't I? I'm going to mark it with a temporary block and get rid of the insane clicking before we go completely nuts. So the redstone signal comes up to here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that. Oops, try not to fall down. Oh, I can't put a half slab there. That's awkward. Because the redstone is occupying that block space. Okay. That is a test. There's a known glitch that was in Minecraft 1.5. Strangely enough, there's actually now a new one in 1.8. Basically, if these boats hit both a lava and a fence post, they split. It doesn't know quite whether to burn the boat or whether to break it into wood, so it ends up doing both. The result is that it gets broken into wood and you get a boat out of it. So effectively you get an excess of wood. You get more out than you put in. Right, so here we have a little issue. Get rid of that. And we can get rid of the block as well. So if we take that out and put a repeater there, we can then sort of, if you can remember how to do it, if I can remember how to do it, it's going to come off to the side, that was it. I think that works. We'll find out. There we go. Up they go, and oh sugars. Isn't that a shame? It just stops just short. Where are they? Where are they? Unless they're stuck here. Oh, they're stuck there. Just bear with me to put up with the insane clicking. There we go. I forgot a little bit. Oh well. That should send them all the way up to here, hopefully. Oh, we're stuck there. So the last live one is there. Okay, so let's do the same again. Wait a minute, that doesn't look right. Gotta be. Operator on a repeater. Ah, that right? Oh well. No! I don't want to do that. Yep. And then we get the items coming right back around. Well, that's not good. No! Glass. Let me turn down block noises. Where are you? Ah. Alright, it shouldn't be quite as annoying now. Right, hopefully we'll behave now. So 64 go in, 64 should come down. Typical. Now you try and do things quickly. Oops. Oh no. Rip redstone. Oopsie. Yeah, water and redstone don't mix, by the way. For those that don't know. Uh-oh. There must be some in transit. No. Dumbo. There you go. Alright, so what happens? This happens. It can't feed them through fast enough. Let's grab some more. Ah, it's magenta, it's classed as. So we're keeping it simple and only using one colour of wool. Otherwise we can have other interesting issues not related to what we're actually trying to do. No clicky clicky! Right, watch this. This may take a while to build up, but in fact I could probably that piece of glass out. There you go. You can see the wool backing up in this hopper. And in this hopper there's only one piece. That's because hoppers transfer items at a set rate. So what's going to happen is this hopper's going to fill right up eventually. And then we're going to have a backlog. So no matter how fast the item elevator is, the hoppers are going to slow things down. So we'll just do a live demonstration. You can already see they're getting quite full in there. We got enough wool? Should have. Now, this backlog with hoppers would be not really an issue if you were feeding into this block, this dropper, from 3 sides. You'd be able to keep it full all at the same time, that is. There we go. We'll back it up now. So this hopper's full, and in a moment this is going to empty. This is why you have to be very careful with item sorters so that you don't overload them. If you're using hopper chains to link up each filter, then you're not going to have an issue. You'll just get a backlog. However, if you're using a water flow like I am, you can very easily overload the filter. Very, very easily. So as you can see, it's feeding in. It's about 2 or 3 a second, I think, roughly off the top of my head. And eventually this lot will disappear. So, how can we get around that? Temporarily take out, whoops. My bad. Temporarily take out the entire thing. Yeah. There are a few things you can do. Bear with me, need to work out how to do this. First one is having multiple hoppers. It spreads out just like that. Oh, I've done it again. So looking at what happens, we may need more wool. Right, I'm going to grab a little bit more. Just like that. And then we're going to make sure this is full. And that doesn't work properly. Great. You just hate it when that happens. Didn't quite work the way I was hoping. You've gotten stuck. Fine. Anyway, you get the idea. That should behave now. Excuse me. Are we really empty? Nope. Come on. So we're starting to back up in this hopper. Let's go and accelerate it a bit. So now when the wool comes down, it'll get pushed across to the center one. It'll start feeding into the center as well. When you get a sudden surge, it'll go from one hopper chain to the next one. And likewise, do that. We fill this one up. I would love to know why they take forever to come down sometimes. Is it struggling to feed? Oh, not struggling to feed. Anyway, we seem to have maxed out the elevator. So one of the chains is always kept full. The second one is used basically as an overflow. That's a pretty quick item elevator, except it's not that quick. If you think about it. Pretty much holding an equilibrium in there. What if you wanted it faster? Can we get it to go faster? Is there a hopper clock that makes it go faster? Yes, there is. Faster? What the heck is faster? I don't remember how to do this. There. Block there. Redstone, redstone, redstone. And that's probably, as far as I can tell, the fastest clock you will ever have without using a command block. So the reason that the redstone torches don't burn out is actually, yes, they do, but they go in order. So because there's three of them, when one burns out, it moves to the next one. When that one burns out, it moves to the third one. By the time the third one burns out, the first one has repaired itself. So we now have, for all intents and purposes, the fastest clock for the droppers going. And we have a problem. Because it's now not reaching up as far as it did. Means... Nope, not that one. That one. Another repeater required. There we go, that's better. Now we're going to have one of these up here, around here somewhere. We can have an absolute ton in. Like that. So we will pretend that we've got a flood in here. It'd have probably been better if it had extended across a bit more, but oh well. In fact, I can do that. Speed up block movement. That would go that way, wouldn't it? Oh. That's not quite done what I was hoping it would do. Yeah, that's going the wrong way now. Anyway. So that will fill up very shortly. And they all decide they want to come down. There we go. And then move over to the second one. Hello. Can I help? Can I help you? Go away. Oops. What did I just do? Now, how did I just cause a leak? Oh, I destroyed a hopper. Mm-hmm. There we go. Excuse me a second. Better. Causing me problems. So, 2 hopper chains is pretty much keeping up with this. Kind of. Actually, having said that, I'd say it's questionable, but still. So, can we go faster? Because this is still not fast enough. And the answer is yes, we can. But we need to be creative. Why does it sound like we've got stuff clicking if it's empty? And we probably could have actually thinking about it. Oh, that's wrong. Go up higher. Oh, I don't know quite how we got all that little there, but that's how quick it's going right now. Pretty darn quick. And the trouble is we're collecting all the blocks. Isn't quite what I wanted to do. But they're spewing out at quite some speed. So let's modify this. Oops. Second chain. Put it round like that. Right. Are we firing one? Or are we firing both? Didn't quite think this one through, did I? Suddenly unable to walk through water. Found your first desert temple. Excellent. Right, so we have two hopper chains feeding either side of the elevator. Unseen Whale, do you know about desert temples? Alright, we need to remove a few things from our inventory here. No. Okay. Well, I have a question for you. Should I let you find out on your own, or should I tell you? Oh, you know about the traps, right? Okay. Leave me to it. Wait. Come on. So, the one to the right isn't feeding. We'll do in a minute. Half slab, redstone. No? You're not pulsing. Why are you not pulsing? That's the hopper. That's interesting. Come on. Why does that bottom one not want to pulse? Try something. Oh, still not pulsing. That's very weird. Very, very weird. I really hope I'm not going to have to do what I think I'm going to have to do. That would just be annoying. Okay. I just stopped everything from coming up now. Yep, I did. Do I really have to do this? I am, aren't I? Yep, that's the way I'm going to have to do this. Great. That level will probably have to be completely redesigned. Great. So this is the way that we're going to have to do it. Great. Come on. You. If we go and put these levels back as if we didn't care about the redstone signal. Right, now we should, he says. We're gonna have to come down, aren't we? Did I mention I hate creative mode at times? Right done. Ow! No, yeah. Oops. Right, go ham with the redstone. And that's where she stops. Go. Right, where does the signal stop? Right there. Take that out. And basically we need to just repeat it without crossing the streams. Stairwell that way. Can. Yep. Yep. And the next lot stops here. Get out to the side, didn't we? There we go. Oh, 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 oh. Ah. Hang on. Well, that's awkward. Okay. We do that and that. Job done. Let's do it with this one as well, wherever it is. There. Items. Items. No items. Why not? Still nothing feeding from the bottom. Why? We're not getting anything being sent up from the bottom. Okay, where did the redstone go? This thing is taking a lot longer than I was expecting to design. Why does it stop there? Why does it suddenly just stop there? That is just, you know, I'm going to turn the block sounds off. Now with twin towers, a little bit too much. So why have they stopped there? That's very weird. Good afternoon, Jananton. Actually, no, correction. Good evening, Jananton. Why have you going to stop there? About halfway up. What, you're afraid to go any higher or something? Yep, I'm in a testing world. Testing out a new design for a rapid item elevator. I'm having a few interesting quirks with it. This one, isn't it? Nope, it's not that one. That one. Fine. We'll just do that. No, we can't do them on that. No, that's really not an issue. But it is there. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Oops. Oh. Please leave my fly mode alone. Oh, I hope nobody's epileptic, by the way. Oops, missed. No, it's not that. For some reason, that when I modified this to put the repeaters in, that's an issue. That's one too high. And we can't send that around. Right, and they're still stuck on the bottom. Friggin' typical. Right, we'll just do things the hard way. Fine by me. Right, that's all firing up. Yeah. That would be where they're getting stuck, wouldn't it? Aye. Now how am I going to fix that? I'm in a testing world, so it's set to peaceful. Means that one's pulsed and that one isn't. Although that being said, doesn't seem to be causing a problem. Okay. Oh, for God's sake. Are you freaking kidding me? Wait a minute. That's going down, going up. Oh no, it's been pulsed. Right, now where are they stopping? Right there. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Yep, if you place a door one block above the ground, zombies can't get in. And they can't break it. Right, I know what's up with this. I've just realised. I think I know a way of solving this problem. A lot quicker, a lot easier. Oops. Oh well. Oops. I'm just on a destruction rampage. Destroy everything. Right. We are creating a very high-speed item elevator to replace the ones in our base, which is why we're doing this in a testing world. Theoretically, if I step these... Ow. Oops. Thank God we're in creative. So we've gone to the fastest redstone clock that we can on one set of elevators, which is the one to my right, and it still wasn't fast enough for my liking. So now I want to make it faster by using twin elevators. Same signal, twin elevators. Yeah. That is a lot easier said than done. Right, can't use that one. Drill. We don't care about coming down again. We're just using a water flow to fetch the items back down again as fast as possible. Well, not as fast as possible, but as simply as possible. That's all the water blocks are for. Right, theoretically, if I do that, we should be able to straddle the signal going up. Brilliant. That is how you bleeding do it. Hopefully. Yes, I already know about the redstone signal length, don't worry about it. It's fine, relax, man. Chill. You'll live longer, and you have less grey hairs. Oh, so nothing's firing. Oh, there's nothing in that block. Nothing there, nothing in there. Where's everything? Ah, well, there's a load. There's the rest of it. There's some more. Right, let's try this again. Right. Should start collecting around about here. There we go. Right, how do I want to repeat this signal? Could do Genanton, but I don't like glass towers. They can glitch out, especially when you're dealing with spawn chunks and chunk loading and unloading. Right, if I turn this into a full block, that'll cut the redstone signal off. All we do is take this out too. Repeater, redstone. You know what? Save some block length if we use 2 there. There we go. Power up the signal go. Almost to the top. Don't you just hate that? Oops. Yeah! Yeah. Go, baby. Yeah. That's what I call an item fall. How about that for filling up? Downside is I can't have a look to see what's in this. Darn it. Oh. Ah. Probably not gonna make them both. Run out of blocks. Oh, that's why. Oops. Not quite what I wanted to do. But empty my hotbar. full, that's full. And it's starting to flow over into the second chain now, which means, yeah, they're going up. So there are a few well, it'll always preference the left-hand chain, the left-hand elevator over the right one, but if that one's clogged, then it overflows into the right-hand chain. More, I think. More items. And yes, I'm using pink wool for a reason. More, I tell you. More! Wait a minute. You're sleeping overnight? Hey, no, wrong with birch forests. So that one's full at least. So what sort of rate is these things coming out at? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a lot of items. This is how we do item elevation. Unseen well, use torches. How's that for an item elevator, guys? I likey. Nope, droppers. These are. The elevators are created with dropper chains. You have to place it down on Team Mail. It's to create a torch, it's just coal at the top and then a stick underneath, and you'll create 4 of them for each of the input resources. You just place them down on the ground and they'll light up an area around them. Well, you should do. You've been watching me enough. Okay, that might have sound big-headed, but never mind. What do you mean, no time? I thought you said you were putting your base up at the top of a birch tree. Alright, just place one on the floor underneath you, and it'll light up the area around you. But you can't create a torch to see in the distances unless you put them down. Now that is what I like that. Now what we need to look at is how to load these bottom dispensers, and here's why. Let me get rid of the rest of this wool. Yeah, there's probably a little bit too much there. Yeah, we're going to have to guard against that as well. Oh, wait a minute. Right, if we have a double chest here... hang on. We have a double chest there. Then we can feed into it from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can feed into it from 8 sources. However, we can only feed out of it in 2 sources, in 2 channels. So the question becomes, how do we get 4 sources out? One way that we could do it, now we're going to need to use trap chests to put it next to each other. If we put a normal chest and a trap chest together, we can then do that and to each side we then have 6 inputs. Okay, so how do we consistently feed these chests? How do we consistently feed the chests? Okay, I got an idea. Slight change. What happens if side by side so just to simulate 4 outputs, you only really need 4 inputs. In that case then, yes, that would work. Well, strictly speaking, we only need 2, but you're right, we only do need 2. But if we do that, then we do that, oh well. Golly gosh darn it. We've then just alternated the feed into each chest. The only downside is this is a little bit on the big side, a little bit high. Take them out of there, take them out of there. We then had the elevators here. Oops. That. Ooh, yeah, now, yes. That is a good idea. I like that one. that. You're gonna want to take from the hoppers above though. Well, that's fine, because once they're full, yep, I'm liking. Vertical feeding is faster than horizontal. So you've still got the chests as buffers, but in situations where we have low item feeds, it's going to be pulling straight from the hoppers above and bypassing the chests. Love it. No problem, Jen Anton. Take care. I like that. I like that a lot. That's the way you do it. We have two chests as buffers, and they're both crossing over onto both channels. That's going to work brilliantly. I don't think I'm going to be able to overload this one. Or at least if I do, yeah. I don't think I can get much faster. What about if it does manage to fill up all four with a sudden surge? In that case then, that's a hopper right there. Do that, just go straight. Move the water to here. Thin this out by one. Oops. Like that. We want ice. That. Take this out, take that out. Packed ice in there. there, half slabs. Half slab it there, half slab it there, water there. Oh, yes. Theory. Although, having said that, they don't actually curl. Need to test it. Fudge. That's what I thought. Oops, missed. One of us can't count. Infinite item loot. Brilliant. Right, let's go fill this up. There we go. And eventually it should pull everything out of the water stream. Looks good to me. I like that. I like that a heck of a lot. Oh yes. Right, Unseen Whale, you said you were having trouble with your item filters. Are you still there? So all we'd do, we'd have all the drops going straight down into this. Wonderful. Right, what do you need to know? I need to sit here for a while anyway, because this thing's still feeding items in. You should already have this one as a screenie. But okay. Screenshot taken, and okay, I don't have that open. I will send that screenie to you after I finish streaming. Anything else you want? One thing that I do need to do is these item filters need to be changed. Slightly. So these items here need to be changed for something else. Because we're going to be chucking a lot of items into here in rapid succession. So, one of the things that was suggested in one of the tutorials that I sent to Unseen Whale was to take a load of bone meal. Stop stepping, come on, should be loaded by now. So if I demonstrate, oh, that's not bone meal, and there's a reason for bone meal, there it is. Oh, I finished this off as well last episode, for those that didn't watch the last one. Right, so create a load of bone meal, and we should be able to rename it in here. So we should be able to call it all filter filler, and that then becomes unique items. So using an anvil to rename everything. Like that. And then, why I went that side I don't know. And right click on this hopper. Take 4 like that. Right, that will now, doing it that way, will prevent this filter from overflowing, because only gold ore will fill up into that one up to 64, and that's not enough to cause a problem. And any more than that will just keep flowing around the system. So we can actually dump an absolute ton of items into the water flow now and just let the hoppers filter them out at will, basically. The downside of doing that is you will have a lot of items in transit at any one point, which on a multiplayer server would be, well, you'd probably get banned from the server for it. Well, that's actually debatable. But if you're talking like 200-300 items at any one given time, they might have words with you about it. But this is a single player. So just to do it again. And that's the next one. Why on earth we have 2 gold filters, I don't know. But oh well. I think I just used it to fill up the space for one that isn't used. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to do this on all of the filters. So we're going to make a start on it now. And then hopefully, could have been bad. Hopefully I'll be able to do some off-camera between now and tomorrow, but I'm not sure, so don't hold me to it. Doesn't really take that long anyway, it's just boring. Now the problem that we're going to have is we have 5 minutes with an item being in item form like that. You have 5 minutes before the item despawns. That can be a problem if you have a water system like this. Basically, the time it takes for it to do a loop all the way round is, well, it's not cutting it close to 5 minutes, but I wouldn't like it to be any longer. In order to reset that time, you have to grab it with a hopper and re-drop it. And that's going to be the fun bit. So we're talking about at least 2 rapid dropper systems. How do you let oak trees overgrow? Oops. But one thing to point out, between each of these filters I have a gap. That's so that this redstone won't cross with each other. So if one item filter does fail for any reason, it doesn't affect the item filters to either side of it. Now there are other ways of doing it, but I just went for the simpler option. The space really isn't... Oops, I just let stone in. Oh well. Not sure how I managed to do that. Misclicked somewhere. Oh, we're filtering out a load of stone at the moment. So if you actually look at this filter, which typical, it's stopped now, there we go. You can see that the repeater at the bottom is turning on and turning off. That is letting items through. So whenever it's on, it's letting items through. Now one thing you do have to remember is if you use a custom named item here, you must never ever ever chuck that item into the sorter. Otherwise, rip filters. Typical. Now you can, well, one thing you have to be careful of is one item that you actually use in here. Because if you use an item that is not stackable to block up these 4, then you've just broken the filter. You have to use... Wow, big gap, okay. Might be able to make this. You have to use an item... Oh, this one's almost broken. That is 64 stackable, otherwise it will generate a redstone signal that's too high. So, for example, eggs are out because they're only 16 stackable. Snowballs the same. Oops. Too much. Wow, this one's almost broken as well. So things like tools as well. You could probably use crafting tables, I suppose. But things like potions. Nope. Oh, fudge. Those potions aren't stackable at all. But glass bottles are, oddly. Boats are out because they're not stackable. Pretty sure you get the idea. You basically want to use an item as the filter filler that you wouldn't normally chuck in, which is why we renamed the bone meal. Why use bone meal? Because it's very, very cheap. So cheap it's got feathers on it. But bone meals come from bones, bones are dropped from mobs, and the only other use for bone meal is to make trees and plants grow faster. So if you have a skelly grinder like I do, you will find that you will very quickly have an absolute ton of it. Anyway, kind of had enough of doing this, and we're way over 2 hours. They started brunching. Well, that's a good thing, because then you get more wood. But anyway, that's all from me for this episode for Minecraft. Tomorrow we will be completely and utterly ripping out that end of the item sorter, which is going to be fun. Provided we can get all these items sorted in time. So this project may extend across more than 2 episodes. But anyway, so for everybody watching me on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. If you fancy watching this live, follow me on Twitch, ComWarrior69. Everybody that follows me on Twitch gets a follow in return, regardless whether you stream or not. Get updates on what and when I'm streaming, follow me on Twitter at ComWarrior69. But that is all from me. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.